according to reports, they're saying that the lawsuit was amended and they've named comedian Druski and Odell Beckham Jr.
What?
A former assistant to Sean Diddy Combs speaking out in the new interview with new allegations about wild parties and drug use.
Oh my God! Can you believe this headline? Odell Beckham Jr. and Druski, two beloved figures in sports and entertainment, caught in a bombshell scandal. The FBI has swooped in and arrested both men after a shocking lawsuit surfaced. This isn't tabloid gossip. This is real drama unfolding before our eyes. Everyone is stunned. How did we get here? What happened? Let's spill all the tea.
In this document, she says that Diddy was allegedly forcibly her to the point where he even used like a remote to do it at one point in time. And she says that when it comes to Druski, that Diddy allegedly instructed another defendant, who was Doe, to also her. And that defendant has been determined to be Druski.
Here's the piping hot tea. This spirals out of a lawsuit that originally targeted Diddy, the man whose name has been dragged through the mud with endless allegations. But when you thought things couldn't get messier, this lawsuit drops Odell and Druski's names into the mix. It claims they were involved in something horrific back in 2018. The details are absolutely nightmarish. The FBI isn't sharing specifics, but insiders say the charges are severe, and they weren't playing games with these arrests. Ashley Perham filed the lawsuit. She already accused Diddy of shocking behavior, but now she's named Odell and Druski as participants in this alleged event in Orinda, California, described as a scene of unimaginable cruelty. Her accusations paint such a disturbing picture, and the FBI's quick action has everyone wondering, do they have evidence we don't know about yet? Odell has completely denied everything on social media. I really can't even believe that my name is mentioned in that matter. He claims he wasn't in Orinda and has never even been there. He's projecting confidence that these accusations will fall apart under scrutiny.
So this was filed by a woman named Ashley Parham, and she's one of the women that are accusing Diddy of human trafficking. In her original lawsuit, she alleges that she was drugged and had to fight to escape.
Druski is also firmly denying everything. His defense? In 2018, he wasn't even a public figure. He claims he was living with his mom, totally disconnected from Hollywood. This allegation is a fabricated lie, he posted. Certain evidence will clear his name. But here's the juicy part. People are digging up old interviews where Druski talked about being at Diddy's parties, completely contradicting his claims. Suspicious timing or something deeper? The plot thickens. These arrests have sent shockwaves through social media. Hashtags like #Justice for Odell and #Cancel Druski are trending everywhere. Fans are divided. Some refuse to believe these two could be involved in something so awful, pointing to their lovable public personas. Others argue fame doesn't equal innocence, and the FBI wouldn't act without some justification.
This ain't what you want, man.
Odell pretty much says the same, like, God got me, man. Like, I have nothing to do with this. Leave me alone.
I can't keep up.
Yeah.
So now, is this lawsuit something that is the person alleging they're the victim of this? Was it already a thing, or this is another thing?
No, this is an updated. Yeah, it's like an update.
This isn't just about opinions. The FBI's involvement adds serious weight. Reports say agents had warrants for arrests and searches, meaning they've been quietly building evidence behind the scenes. What they've found remains a mystery, but they're clearly taking this very seriously. This isn't clickbait. This is potential criminal behavior that could destroy the lives of everyone involved.
And do we know who the other people were for this victim before Odell and Druski were at it? It was just a Diddy party victim? Is that what it is?
I think it was just Diddy, but now this one includes the updated version. It includes comedian Druski, Odell Beckham Jr., and Jaguar Wright is named in here too. So,
The ripple effect is massive. Odell isn't just a football player, he's a brand with huge endorsements and millions of fans. Druski has been rising in comedy, becoming a household name. These arrests have triggered a domino effect. Companies are racing to distance themselves and projects are being shelved. It's a brutal reminder of how quickly everything can change.
You know, it's bad on so many levels. The fact that this just keeps going round and round and people could just jump up and throw names on a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I guess these are part of the ramifications of a culture that runs unchecked, where you have a celebrity culture, abusing people and wealthy individuals getting away with crimes and victims not being able to have a voice.
Meanwhile, Diddy's legal team is dismissing these claims as a desperate attempt to grab headlines and calling Perham's accusations wildly implausible. They say Diddy wasn't even in Orinda when this allegedly happened and point to a sheriff's report that supposedly found her initial claims unfounded. But this lawsuit isn't just about Diddy anymore. With Odell and Druski involved, this story has exploded into something much bigger.
We've been reporting on like the Diddy lawsuits, right, for a while in here. Back in October, we actually reported on a lawsuit that was recently amended, as in Friday was amended to add Druski and Odell Beckham Jr.
What's mind-boggling is the number of people now implicated in lawsuits connected to Diddy. From coercion to threats and violence, the stories keep piling up. While each case differs, they share a thread of power, influence, and secrecy. Could this be the beginning of the end for some of entertainment's biggest names? Or just opportunistic lawsuits riding the wave of public outrage? The truth is somewhere in that messy middle.
Now, back in October when this was first filed, we didn't know who the other parties involved in this were. It was John Doe. They were just listed as John Does. But now she's saying that those John Does were Odell Beckham Jr. and Druski. So now I'm bringing us up to speed on what she's alleging that Druski and Odell Beckham Jr. were a part of.
The media coverage is relentless. Every outlet scrambling for new details. But with that comes sensationalism, and we need to remember allegations aren't convictions. The public appetite for this drama is insatiable. It has all the ingredients of a blockbuster: fame, scandal, and the burning question of what really happened that night in Orinda. As we wait for more details, one thing is certain: the fallout will be felt for years. This is just the beginning. What other names might emerge? What secrets could be revealed? The FBI's actions suggest there's so much more to this story. And here's where things get wilder. These arrests aren't isolated incidents, they're just the start. If whispers from law enforcement are true, the FBI is preparing for something massive that could rock Hollywood, music, and sports to their foundations. Diddy's arrest seems shocking, but with Odell and Druski in handcuffs too, it looks like just the tip of an iceberg. Sources say the FBI is preparing for hundreds of arrests. Yes, hundreds.
Puff was, somewhere off in a chair in the room watching and pleasuring himself. He was also recording as this was happening as well too. So these claims are, because she's saying that this was like a violent rape, like to the point where when she was up and trying to leave, it took her a minute to kind of get herself together.
This isn't about a few lawsuits. If rumors are true, we're looking at a sprawling network of high-profile individuals tied to seriously dark activities. The allegations are beyond anything we've seen, and the FBI is playing the long game, gathering evidence before they strike. And if you thought this was just about Diddy's troubles, think again. Names like Jay-Z and Jaguar Wright are being whispered too. If this all comes out, it could be the biggest scandal Hollywood has ever seen.
And basically, so the way that it's set up is like she's alleging that like Druski and Odell Beckham Jr. were like doing anything at the beck and call of Puff. So he was telling them what to do. They were doing it. But yesterday, Druski did respond to this. And he says, this allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't a public figure in 2018. I was broke living with my mom without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So
let's rewind to Diddy's situation. When he was arrested in September, people were stunned by the charges: racketeering, coercion, and exploitation allegations spanning decades. The raids on his properties uncovered an arsenal of items, raising more questions. It wasn't just accusations anymore, it was the scale of what was being found. While Diddy maintains innocence, the sheer number of accusations made it hard to ignore. Around his arrest, reports emerged that the FBI was investigating not just him, but an entire network of powerful figures. Insiders claim Diddy was part of a broader circle stretching across entertainment and beyond. This is where Jay-Z enters the picture. He's denied all allegations, calling them stupid. But his name coming up raised major eyebrows. Why? Because Jay-Z is practically untouchable in the industry. If he's mentioned, this investigation is going deep.
This morning, rap mogul Jay-Z is denying allegations he said assaulted a 13-year-old girl alongside rapper Sean Diddy Combs. That civil lawsuit filed against Combs in October was amended Sunday to include Jay-Z. The accuser, identified only as Jane Doe, says she was assaulted by both men at a Video Music Awards after party in 2000.
And Jaguar Wright, known for speaking out against industry darkness, her name is now tangled in these lawsuits too. A twist nobody expected. Some say she's targeted for being outspoken. Others think her involvement is more complicated. We don't know the truth yet, but her name being added only intensifies this firestorm.
In a blistering statement, Jay-Z accuses Jane Doe's attorney of trying to blackmail him. He said further, quote, "These allegations are so heinous in nature that I implore you to file a criminal complaint, not a civil one. Whomever would commit such a crime against a minor should be locked away. Would you not agree?"
What's the end game? Sources say the FBI is building their case piece by piece and not stopping. These arrests are just the beginning. Insiders claim warrants are being prepared for more arrests. And the names would make anyone do a double take. We're talking A-listers, household names, and unexpected figures. If this unfolds as predicted, past scandals will look like child's play.
I want to start with just the statement from Jay-Z, which is so forceful in its denial. I just read a teeny part of it, it's long, where he says that they should file a criminal complaint. Is that even possible at this point?
This isn't just about individuals. If the investigation is as wide-reaching as rumors suggest, we're looking at a systemic reckoning for the entire entertainment industry. How many decades of behavior have been swept under the rug to protect powerful people? If names start dropping like dominoes, what does that say about the institutions that allowed this culture? This could trigger whistleblowers to come forward, forcing Hollywood to finally confront its darkest secrets.
He, of course, is more than annoyed, would be an understatement.
Yeah.
He has a family and he has a lot to protect, including his brand. But to the extent that he's saying, hey, come after me criminally, that could be likely. Why do I say that? Because in New York, and what's alleged in this complaint is forcible compulsion. What that means in English is that it's saying that he held her down, raped her.
The financial implications are enormous. Entertainment is built on brands, and controversy scares off investors and partners. Brands are already distancing themselves from those arrested. But what if this spreads? Could entire projects be shelved? Could studios rethink partnerships with certain stars? The fallout is potentially massive. It's not just reputations at stake, but billions of dollars.
And that, of course, the allegation is that Mr. Combs did the same thing. And so if those facts are actually accurate, it would require an investigation by prosecutors. And if true, right, you could pursue it criminally.
Fans are feeling uneasy too. If people we've idolized are involved in something this dark, what does that say about the culture we've helped create? It's a question that cuts deep, especially for those who saw these figures as role models. Social media debates are raging about separating art from artists. It's messy and emotional, but unavoidable given what's happening.
In the sheer scale of what's happening.
Now, with respect to the evidentiary value, yes, it happened 24 years ago, right? More than 24 years ago. But in the allegations, there's a few things. Number one, there's allegation that another celebrity was present at the time, right, in addition to other people. Number two, there's the claim by the victim, right, that she left, that she went and she was seen by a gas attendant who saw her in distress.
What's really got people talking is Hollywood's alleged rotten core. For years, there have been whispers about fame's dark side, about powerful players using their influence to manipulate others. But this feels different, bigger and more coordinated. The FBI is peeling back layers, each revealing something more shocking. How deep does this go? How many are involved? Take Jay-Z. He's loudly denied allegations, calling them laughable, and accusing the lawyer of extortion. Yet his name appearing in an amended lawsuit has people wondering, is someone targeting him for money? Or is there more to it? And if Jay-Z's involved, who's next?
So what happens now is this is simply a civil complaint. And in a civil complaint, it goes through the technical legal process. Now, the distinction, Jessica, between civil and criminal, of course, is that civil is for monetary damages, right? The system can only reward you with money. There's allegations that this 13-year-old is suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder, suffered depression, etc. So now you go to fact-finding, right?
People are speculating whether this investigation could trigger a complete overhaul of the entertainment industry. Is this when the industry is forced to face its past? Or will powerful people escape accountability again? No easy answers, but one thing's certain. The public is watching like never before.
So we've got actually some interesting stories. We're going to lead off with what's going on in that Jay-Z case, which we thought went away. We thought the woman who accused him of with Diddy after the VMAs, I believe back in 2000, had dismissed her case, and you thought it would just go away. It is not. No. It is.
The career impact is devastating. Odell, once ultra marketable, now faces an uphill battle. Druski's rising comedy career is in jeopardy. Diddy's empire is crumbling with partners fleeing. But what if more names are added? What if the next arrests include bigger stars? The fallout could be catastrophic for the entire industry. Public reactions remain divided. Some believe the worst, seeing these allegations as proof of entertainment's hidden dark truths. Others are skeptical, viewing the lawsuits as money grabs. Regardless of where you stand, this story isn't disappearing. It's just beginning. As drama continues unfolding around Odell, Druski, and Diddy, this scandal is far from over. Could this end careers of Hollywood and sports' biggest stars? Or are these just opportunistic lawsuits? The truth lies somewhere in between, and only time will reveal how deep this rabbit hole goes. So what do you think? Could this scandal bring down an entire industry, or will it eventually blow over? What about the allegations against Jay-Z and Jaguar Wright? Part of a larger conspiracy or caught in the crossfire? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and let's keep this conversation going. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on this developing story. Until next time, stay tuned.